We have breaking news. Officials in Brownsville, Texas are giving an update after an SUV slammed into a group of people at a bus stop outside a migrant shelter. Let's listen.
I am here to deliver a brief on the tragic event that took place within our city yesterday. Since the investigation is ongoing, our objective is to provide you a better understanding about what occurred as we currently understand it. Yesterday morning at 8:29 a.m., we received multiple calls for service in regards to a major crash on the 600 block of Minnesota Road. Upon arrival, officers found multiple casualties and several injured. Officers also found a gray SUV with heavy damage and a driver on scene. Through the investigation, it was found that the SUV ran a red light, lost control, flipped on its side, and struck a total of 18 individuals. It was further found that there were 6 fatalities on scene and 12 critically injured. From then and now, fatalities have grown to 8. Investigation also revealed that the driver of the vehicle, later identified as George Alvarez, November 9th, 1988, had attempted to flee the scene after impact, but was held down by several individuals on scene. Investigation also revealed that the driver of the vehicle, George Alvarez is a Brownsville local with an extensive rap sheet. He has been formally charged and arraigned with 8 counts of manslaughter, 10 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He has received bonds totaling $3.6 million, and we have his picture and record of various previous arrests, as we will display to you all right now. I want to thank men and women serving who have worked and continue to process the scene, the very tragic scene. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge our Brownsville Fire Department for tending to the critically injured. Our District Attorney, Mr. Science, our Federal Bureau of Investigation, Oliver Rich, SAC, San Antonio Division, Marcus Joaquin, ASAC, San Antonio Division, Victor Escalon, RD for DPS, and multiple other agencies for their unwavered assistance throughout the tragic event. I'd also like to thank multiple individuals that have reached out and supported us, starting with our city leaders, city management, county judge, state reps Aaron Gomez, Janie Lopez, Senator Lamantia, Senator Cornyn, and Governor Greg Abbott. Brownsville is a proud, resilient city. We will continue to best serve our community as we mourn and continue our investigation. We will work with our network and supporters to ensure reunification efforts and victim assistance is made available to all affected. We have established contact with Venezuelan officials and will continue to work with them. Thank you.
And we're listening there to officials in Brownsville, Texas, giving us the latest on a deadly crash that killed 8 people at a bus stop near a migrant shelter in Brownsville, Texas. Police now say the suspected driver has been charged with manslaughter and assault with a deadly weapon. Police say he tried to leave the scene and is a Brownsville local with a lengthy rap sheet. But police still say they haven't determined if this crash was intentional or not. For more, I want to bring in ABC's Jay O'Brien in Washington, along with ABC News contributor, former FBI agent Brad Garrett, for more. Brad, police are saying that the driver here ran a red light before the crash. And I noticed when they were giving the initial recap, they said he lost control of the car. But later in this press conference, we heard the officer there saying they still don't know if this was intentional or not. So what do you make of that, and how do you go about determining that?
So you're going to have probably CCTV, and you're going to have witnesses. Like, for example, as he comes to the red light, did he accelerate? There's some indication that this car may have flipped or turned or fallen on its side. It's unclear, did that happen before he starts hitting victims or after? I mean, I think they'll be able to put that together. The separation is going to be, in my mind, of, you know, was this willful intent to harm this particular group of people, or was he so intoxicated he didn't know what he was doing? Now, either way, he's going to be liable, but it's certainly important in figuring out what his motivations were. And with his lengthy, lengthy rap sheet and interviews they're going to do, pulling up his computer stuff, etc., they'll have a better picture as to maybe what his motivation might have been.
Now, Brad, they're asking for any witnesses to come forward, especially if they have video of the incident. What do you think they're hoping that will reveal?
What did people actually see before folks were struck? I mean, there's going to be people in that group standing at that bus stop that didn't get hit. What did they see initially? Did they actually hear the car accelerate, if in fact it did? A better picture as to what exactly transpired, almost like a TikTok, a frame by frame in their mind, of course, as to what they see. How does that match up with CCTV? And how does it match up with things the police and law enforcement may find in his background, on his computer, etc.?
And Jay, this is all happening just 3 days before Title 42 is set to expire. That's expected to bring a surge in people trying to cross the southern border. So how is the administration preparing for that?
Well, the administration is preparing by opening up more immigration processing centers. They're sending about 1,500 troops to the border to work in an administrative role. But it's expected that when Title 42 ends, which is on the 11th, which is Thursday, that there's going to be a swell of migrants coming across the U.S.-Mexico border. CBP is preparing for their daily interactions with migrants to go from anywhere from 10 to 13,000 additional interactions a day. So it's expected to put a strain on border communities like Brownsville, the city of Brownsville obviously now handling the aftermath from this tragedy as well. Also worth unpacking, though, we're getting a little bit more about George Alvarez and his lengthy criminal history, Diane.
All right, Jay O'Brien, Brad Garrett, thank you both. We'll be right back with more of the day's top stories. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.